hooligans, really.
What?
Couple hooligans.
You think? I told you crazy was starting to come out, huh?
Yeah, hey, I think the hooligan he was talking about was me.
Was it?
I think so.
You a hooligan?
I think, yeah. I've been called worse than that the last
Big
couple
soccer
days.
fan?
Yeah, big soccer fan.
What's the worst thing you've been called?
I don't know.
Oh.
Dumbass.
Late to
again.
dinner.
Yeah, Yeah, I've been called late at night. Prank calls, damn kids.
These kids these days with their technologies.
Damn it.
All about it.
So, yeah, we're here.
We're back.
After Kansas.
Kansas in the book.
Yes.
Yeah, we had Monday off, or Sunday off. We had Mother's Day.
Oh, that's so
which is
nice.
Sunday,
We need
Sunday,
more of those
Sunday.
with the
Yeah.
Sundays off.
We have
I would
another
have
one this
liked.
weekend.
I would have liked to have had the race start at like 4 though.
Yeah, I didn't get back at 3 a.m.
I got back at like 3:30 a.m.
Mhm.
Plus, you would have a little more racing under the sunlight, and then like a drastic change for the last like 50 laps. I think that would be awesome.
There already was a bit of a drastic change.
There was.
You saw cars early in the run that had the speed like Kevin Harvick, and then you saw cars come on late. Sorry, I was trying to
Kyle
do my
Larson,
racing,
but then
my
Kevin
racing
Harvick
talk
came
in
back.
my
Yeah,
voice.
right?
Yeah.
Your announcer voice.
Yeah. Actually, that would have been. We saw a lot of
Yeah.
racing early on with some fast cars, and then as the sun went down, we saw Kyle Larson come alive.
You
So
should
that's
do
my
that
announcing voice.
in your next driver meeting video.
Yes.
You should talk just like that. Really
There-
excited, like Rick Allen status.
There is
Trouble.
There is an emphasis in the All-Star race read that I didn't even realize that I did.
And
What did
emphasis.
Yeah.
you do?
I apparently said like a now or an if. Like if is very aggressive because there's a lot that you have to talk about the overtime rules and all that. There's stuff that's in effect for the different stages and when
All of the things.
overtime comes in
Yeah.
which stage and what
Uh-huh.
laps count. So pay attention in the All-Star race drivers meeting because there's a lot of verbiage.
Okay.
I won't be in
I
the
never pay
driver's
attention.
meeting. It's always so packed.
It's crew chief's job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same stuff. Actually, for the All-Star race, it'll be different.
Yeah.
I think because the rules and
You think they'll ask
packages are
questions?
different.
I think drivers and crew chiefs would ask more questions if there weren't like fans and
Mhm.
sponsors and other people in the meeting. I think it should be a closed meeting.
Have you ever seen Senna?
Yeah.
The movie about Senna.
Yep.
Like, they have that old drivers meeting footage from the F1 races where they are having, like, they're going over the rules and then they're actually bringing up questions about safety concerns.
And if you
what's
still
going
want
on in the track.
transparency, you can still broadcast it on like the raw feed, but I think it should be closed because I would like to see the questions that are actually asked.
When we did, when NASCAR Productions did the Japan race stuff for, I think, what channel it was on, I think it was on FS1.
Oh yeah.
There's drivers meeting footage from those races where they're talking about the gravel that they use in like the speed traps out there in Japan, and it was stuff that like, can we get that brought over here?
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
My ice was stuck in a big
Oh.
ice ball, and so I was trying to break it up because no
Ice
water was
ball.
coming through, and I tried to do it quietly and discreetly, but
That means you have the crappy kind of ice if it's in a big ball.
I get it from my fridge.
Yeah, but you know, like the little, like it's like shaved ice, but then it's in balls. Like they have
Yeah,
it.
but
What?
no,
Quick
it's
Trip
just- it's
doesn't
You mean
Quick
like
Trip
the
have
good
that?
ice?
It's bigger
Good
ice.
ice. The good ice doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Apparently, I have bad ice. I'm just
Bad ice.
consuming toxic ice.
Is your what
I
is
see-
it?
It's water.
I don't know. Maybe you like froze vodka ice cubes, and
Yeah,
as it
I'm-
melts, you get a little bit frisky.
A little bit of
Yeah,
that
that'd
kick.
be nice.
That actually is
That'd
not
be
a bad idea.
Badass. Yeah.
You start with like a thing of water, and you either have
Yeah.
bourbon cubes or vodka cubes, or and
Well,
slowly
good,
it melts.
Good luck freezing those.
Alcohol, though.
Yeah.
You add a little water. If you add water to the alcohol, it will freeze. Trust me, because my friend threw a party in high school, and we
That
may
sounds
or
like
may
underage
not. We may or may
In high
not
school?
have.
I
It
would've-
was maybe college. I
would've
don't know.
falsified- There you
It's
go. I
like
think it was college.
Sophomore to
Yeah.
junior year in college.
I was way.
What's the
ahead of-
statute of
Yeah,
limitations?
I don't know. But we may
On-
have gotten to her parents' alcohol, and she filled the. She may have. She filled.
That's
the,
how you got caught.
the rest
That's
of
how you got caught.
the vodka she drank with water,
And
and then
in.
put it in the freezer. And her parents were like, "What is this?"
See, my parents never stored their liquor in the freezer. It was always in a cabinet,
Yeah.
liquor cabinet.
That you never touched.
Never touched.
My parents' liquor cabinet was very, very small. Parents weren't really. My
Yeah,
mother's a wine
these
drinker.
was my friends. My parents didn't ever
Yeah.
have a liquor cabinet. Now they do. Now they have like a bar cart. Bar carts are in though.
Mine too.
Yeah. My dad is a Mike's Hard Lemonade kind of guy.
Does
Like 2 of them, and he's partying. He likes margaritas too. But he's
he like
very-
pina coladas?
Yes, he does. Like all like
Getting caught in the rain.
He doesn't like getting caught in the rain. He loves pina coladas. But he's into yoga. And a glass of champagne.
I am. Yeah.
There were a
I was
lot
trying
of,
to go through
Yeah.
in my head.
There were a lot of fans.
You didn't want to go with does he like making love at midnight?
No, I did not want to do that.
In the dunes on the Cape.
I didn't want to know that story
No, thanks.
about Dave.
Happy Mother's Day.
Is it pink and red?
9
for-
months after Father's
Or
Day.
pink and
It's
salmon
like
for Mother's
it's
Day?
like Barbie. I'm dressed like Barbie, all the pink. It's 2 different shades of pink. I felt like pink.
Shades of pink.
The Kim story. Shades of pink. I do have a question about your dad.
Uh-huh.
How bad were the toilets?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
He was joking.
Okay.
Oh.
Pulling my leg.
So
There
no
were
upper decker
A
Blaney.
lot of fans
No
that
upper
were
deck.
very excited that Dave was on the show, and
Yeah.
then they were like, "This is the worst thing ever."
Yeah,
Jeez.
someone came up to me this weekend. I think it was Moody, and he was like, "Man, I was so excited. I clicked on the link because it said Dave Blaney was a guest on the podcast, and it was like
Oh.
a random call in." Yeah, he was like, "You got me though." I was like, "That's why we made
I
it
thought
the
that-
title."
I thought
Yeah.
it was better that way.
Hey, now
Sneaky.
when we actually have him on, it'll be just even better, even more
Right.
sweeter. You guys got the tease and the taste.
Yeah.
I did break my ice up, by the way.
That's good.
So now the water's flowing and it's cold in my Texas Motor Speedway Yeti
Tejas.
that they sent me. Thank you.
Tejas.
Nice little Yeti.
It's amazing how many Yetis you get.
I've
Yeah.
got like
Throughout.
5 now.
Yeah, just people like those ones we got last year at the Vegas deal.
Yeah, didn't we talk about that? My favorite thing was like the drivers were going nuts. Drivers that could buy their own like stock in Yeti were going nuts over one free
Yeah.
Yeti.
Yeah.
Like
I heard
Jimmy,
2 of them.
Jamie. I'll call them out.
Well,
Jimmy,
they were
Jamie,
just
Ryan
discussing
June.
the finer points of Yetis. Like, oh God, these things are just so awesome. They just keep things
Yeah.
so cold.
Well, we got a free Yeti.
Well,
I'm
I
like,
remember-
you literally could buy 100 Yetis.
Like they were sitting in a box.
Yeah.
Remember at the backstage, and I forget who came up to us. They're like, "Hey, can we like take one of these Yetis?" I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
Are you on the podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah,
forget-
it's
I
the
think
ones that weren't on the podcast
was-
that took
yeah.
it.
Kenseth was sitting in there, wasn't he? And he was like,
Johnson
"Can I
took
take
one.
this Yeti?"
Jamie took one. Newman took one. I don't think any of those were on the podcast.
Yeah, those guys
No.
could own Yeti if they wanted to, and they're like,
It's fine.
excited about a free cup. But I get excited about free cup.
I
I mean,
People like free
things,
stuff.
Free stuff is awesome.
And I hate when people ask you like, "What's the worst gift you've ever received?" Like, there's not a worst gift. You're getting something for free. If you throw it away, it's like you
Yeah.
never had it in the first place.
Well, okay. Like, what if your dog brings you a dead bird? They view that
that a
as a
gift?
gift.
That's not it. Well, that's a good way to think of
you
it.
know, like a dead bird. That's
I'm
not a
talking
great
about, like,
gift.
It's a
but
sacrifice.
The human species.
Yeah. But it's the thought that counts. The dog really likes
dog
you.
is
And you're
really
like, look what I
excited.
did. Look
Yeah.
what I did.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
Like, and this is going in the trash.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm going to eat out of that later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually the cats that bring the birds.
Dogs bring cats.
Dogs bring cats
Oh,
who bring
no.
birds
Cats
in
bring
their
bird-
mouth. So
I saw it happen.
there's a big bird nest being built. So like where my front door is, I have like a big overhang,
Mhm.
and it kind of has a lip on the bottom of it. And there's been a nest been building there for a while.
What kind of
And
bird?
A flying one. I don't know. I have no idea what kind of bird it is. I don't study.
What if it was like a bald
I don't-
Ornithology?
I don't study bird law. I don't know that stuff. But I was like, I'll knock it down when it gets finished with it. So it builds up this cool nest. It's so proud of it, and I'm gonna knock it down.
Oh no!
That way it won't come back. And we'll crush its spirit. And then the next thing I know,
You
I
are
see
Just
I see
evil.
little baby birds in there,
Oh,
and I'm
you
like,
can't knock
son
it
of a
down.
bitch. So
Can't do
no,
it.
I haven't knocked it down. But like, there's like 3 baby birds in this thing, and the mother will sit up there, and I look at it at night, and like usually she'll fly away if I open the door at night, but she just stares at me through
Because
the
she's
glass.
protecting her baby.
She's just
She
looking
knows.
at me. But
She
then
knows.
sometimes I'll go out in the morning, and she's in there, and I open the door, and then she flies right over my head, and it scares the heck out of me. I'm
She's
waiting
trying
for
to
her to
get
go
you
in the house.
away.
Yeah,
Get
I
away
guess
from
so.
the baby birds.
But I can't wait for
Do
them.
they squawk a lot? The babies.
I haven't heard them
Huh.
yet. I can't wait for them to fly out of there because I'm gonna burn that nest.
Are there little like white markings underneath the wings, like a mockingbird? Because those
Maybe.
can
Mock.
be those. Don't.
Yeah.
No.
Ding.
No. 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 We will have none of that. We have none of that on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to.
Um,
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
you're not going to do it. You can't tee them up like that and then not.
I can't do it.
Can't do it.
I'm gonna
Just make
blow out
the
a
people
lung.
want to go watch
Gonna-
the movie.
Lean back from the microphone and.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
It might be a mockingbird. I have no idea.
They're very protective. There's one near the office at work that dive bombs people while they're walking into the
Maybe
office.
it's a crow.
It hasn't-
Crows have good memory.
It's definitely
too.
not a crow. It was definitely not a. Definitely.
I've
not
read
a
all
crow.
about crows. They're
Learn to
very
fight like a crow.
intelligent.
Yeah, crows are the most.
They're very
Intelligent
intelligent
birds.
and they're vindictive. I read a book about them.
Oh,
Like, do
they
they
sit down
remember
with an
you?
interview?
They'll attack.
Yeah.
They'll attack you. Yeah.
When you said they were building this bird's nest, I just had this picture of like a bird construction company coming in with hard hats on and like a little. There's the foreman with the plans rolled up, walking in with his little bird tool belt on, and then they're doing interviews over here with a natural setup in the background,
Right.
looking at the
Right.
Yeah.
the whole thing.
It's great.
Yeah.
But no, that's how my life's going. I can't wait to tear this fucking thing down. That's like the highlight of my day. I look up there every morning. I'm like, are they gone yet? No. Okay.
And then
There will be no home for them.
It'll be so
We're gonna have to
sad.
build a new home.
there's a floating hair.
Don't build.
Sorry.
I'll probably get bashed for that, but don't build a home on my home. I've let
Fair.
it go for a while. I should have just knocked it down right away.
I guess a bird
but-
nest is better than like a bee's nest.
Oh, they get
or
built in the house,
hive,
too.
or like a.
Which would you rather have, a bird's nest or 12 tons of liquid chocolate milk?
Good transition. When I first read the story, I thought it was chocolate milk. It's
Not
liquid chocolate.
Liquid milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Liquid milk.
Which that's
Magna.
fine. Waste all the milk chocolate because
Magnesium.
milk chocolate is gross.
Milk chocolate's good.
Dark
I
chocolate.
don't really like
I like
chocolate at
the
all.
dark
But
But
chocolate.
it's hardening onto the asphalt, too. Like that
Yeah.
Which I
was, that
found
was the
that
thing
hard
about
to
it.
believe because usually if it's warm, like they said it was getting warm
It's in
and
Poland.
hardening. It doesn't need to be cold to harden.
I'm not sure the weather in Poland.
I don't know what the weather's like, and I can't read that text because it's in Polish. Not text.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Translate.
Translate
You
there.
can read the emojis.
Yeah, I can
There's
read the
a-
emojis. It's a smiley face with sunglasses and then chocolate,
bars.
Oh, so they like it.
Yeah.
So they're Polish people. I feel like really like chocolate. I don't know why I get that vibe from Polish people, but
But
maybe-
did they like chocolate?
Yeah.
Swiss people really like chocolate.
Oh, that's my people I'm thinking
Yeah.
of, like the Swiss cake rolls and stuff.
Ooh,
Best
those are the
invention from
best.
Switzerland.
But still, like milk chocolate can be utilized in many different
I
things.
wonder if there was an infestation of ants after the chocolate.
Oh, I'm sure
spilled
the
out.
bugs were crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know their kind of ant or bee population in Poland.
Do you think the
But-
animals, besides the bugs, like chocolate, that would eat chocolate?
Dogs.
I
Just
don't
be
know.
shitting
Feral
everywhere.
dogs and cats.
I'm sorry, I just saw a text from my producer that I can't repeat, but
We
You,
didn't
sir.
get it.
I know he just sent
I
it to
didn't get
me.
it.
Well, that's messed
Just-
up. We want it. Why did it happen to the group chat?
Because it
Oh,
was
no.
slightly.
Can't read that.
It was good. It was real good. It was real good.
I want to know.
No.
Ew.
I want to know what.
We'll let
Oh.
you know during the break.
Yeah, we'll tell you during the break when we're doing our ad break in a little bit because we got our hat on the desk
Uh-huh.
just kind of sitting there.
Right. Yeah. It's
It's a tease to let you know that ad's coming up later.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Chocolate.
It's the Clint Boyer hat.
You're not a chocolate. What? Oh,
It's just like chocolate.
I'm still on this story.
Yeah.
So you don't like chocolate though? That's
I'm not
what's
a
up.
huge chocolate fan.
You like candy though?
Not really.
I don't like candy. I
How do you
like
not like
chocolate.
candy?
Ugh.
I like
I would rather
handfuls
eat
of candy.
food.
I don't
candy
like
is not.
food.
No, I'd rather
Oh,
eat food.
You'd rather eat food.
Candy
but-
is not food.
So do you like food?
No, I hate food.
What kind of candy is a good, like, what is a go-to candy of yours?
Go-to candy. Skittles are always fun.
Sour
So
or
you're a Kyle
normal
Busch
or,
fan?
or
I mean, it is. I'm the lost Bush brother
yeah, hey,
because
for
I lost
You
the
are.
every
seed.
bag of
Lost the
Skittles
seed.
you buy, every time he beats us,
Uh-huh.
that's you.
And not
You're
me.
helping
Yeah,
him.
I haven't bought Skittles in a long time.
Oh,
I will
you
say
said that,
Skittles
but you said
have-
it's your favorite candy?
Like as a
Skittles
kid growing up, that was like one of my favorite
Mm,
ones.
mhm.
Gummy
have big
bears,
commercials. Their commercials are pretty darn funny.
jelly beans,
Jelly beans
Yeah.
are fun.
like a jelly belly.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
Jelly Belly beans. I like getting the different packages
Yeah.
and seeing what it is, and trying to guess the flavor.
I
Have you-
like
have you
playing
done the game?
roulette. Yes,
The roulette game.
it's
Yeah.
actually
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah.
Where it's
Crazy.
like this could be peach or it could be puke.
You eat the puke, you're like,
We should
"That's-
play that.
It's not
Didn't
terrible.
I say that last year? We should play that one day on the
I think
podcast.
somebody did.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I'm gonna go get a packet of them. We're gonna do it next week.
Good. Yeah.
Jelly bean.
Yes.
Jelly bellies.
So someone told me that, actually my younger sister told me that it is which I didn't believe her at all. She said, if you didn't know, like if you're eating a pack of Skittles
Yeah.
and they were just all the same color, they would all taste the same.
Really.
And I said, no. Because they said your mind sees the color and it automatically tries to think of it as like apple or watermelon or something. Then no. I just closed my eyes and had her give them to me, and I'm like, that's watermelon.
Did you guess them right?
Yeah. Like, it was really easy. So I said, we were on the back of Skittles, and I wanted to prove my
Yeah.
sister wrong. So
And now you've
Liar.
done that
And I've told the world
now I've
in
told
a
the world
podcast.
you are
Yeah.
wrong.
the millions of followers we reach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hundreds, thousands,
Tens
tens of followers.
tens
Oh.
of tens of followers.
But they're all. I love them all. They're all good people.
We
that-
like 'em
Glassholes.
all.
I met a
Maybe
couple
not all
this
of
past weekend.
You know
Got
who
me.
you
I'm
are.
a glasshole.
yeah, I met a
Yeah.
couple. They were nice. I think at Charlotte, maybe we'll get a good bit.
I think so. I kind of do wish that we were in the old studio. Now that this is the second year.
Mhm.
I think that if we were in the old studio during Charlotte Week, there may have been the actual people outside, like
Yeah,
holding signs and such.
Woo, glass holes.
it might have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, maybe.
But
I
we don't
think-
really announce when.
We're
We
doing
record.
it. It's
We're
kind of
like,
like
you
a
know,
moving target.
Yeah.
All around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just be camping out.
Yeah.
Maybe
we're-
they'll be here today. They're
Luckily,
Good to
they
know.
don't know where the MRN studios are.
Yeah.
We keep our location private.
Hiding.
We are hiding. Too many
There's
crazy
a-
fans.
There's a.
We
interview.
had stalker fans.
What?
Speaking of stalker fans,
We had stalker.
Oh,
fans?
or
no.
speaking of just stalkers.
Okay,
in
You
stalker.
have a
general.
stalker?
Yeah.
No, I was transitioning
Oh.
to that
Yeah.
this
It's a
chick
thing.
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
deal.
Did you read this?
The deal for this stuff?
This lady in Arizona, I believe it was just outside of Phoenix, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe outside of Phoenix. Sent, what was it? 65,000?
1,000. I want to know what data plan she's on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
get me on it.
After one date.
One date. One date. They met on a, I believe,
Yeah,
a
where- I
dating
didn't
app. It didn't say which
I
one.
didn't see where they met.
Hey, you had
Um,
me at hello, man.
Plenty of fish.
Farmers only.
She is
Christian mingle.
crazy.
J-Date? Hinge?
Blackpeoplemeet.com.
Bumble?
My
Tinder.
thing is,
Tinder.
Always good go to.
if you read
Grinder.
Oh gosh, Red
That's Kim's
Rover.
go-to.
No, Red Rover. Remember?
Oh,
The
yeah,
swingers
yeah,
app that
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna invent. Not use, invent. I don't know how
got a
the
beta test, though, Kim.
interviewers
Yeah.
and the reporters kept a straight face interviewing her.
I don't know how her lawyer let her go out and do the prison house interview.
She looks like a girl
Yeah.
I know. Actually,
You sure it's not
a
her?
girl named Lindsay.
Some of the messages.
Just call her out.
I didn't say
Crazy.
her last name.
Some of the messages included, "Don't ever try to leave me. I'll kill you.
I'll find
I don't want to be a
you."
murderer."
It reminds me of Isla Fisher's character.
I'm not going to read that one.
Yeah.
There's some really bad ones in there. I want to wear your fascia in the top of your.
What?
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't know.
Mm.
All I know is my favorite
She
thing
wants to
from
bathe in
the
his blood.
article was she veered from topic to topic, rambling about Einstein, the Dead Sea, the birth chart of Jesus, and the symbolism of the markings on a dollar bill. She is into the Illuminati. But what is the birth chart of Jesus?
I don't know. I mean,
Where he came from.
I do know.
I also like this one. She was asked in the interview, "Are you crazy?" Her response, "No, I'm the person that discovered love." Which,
Makes you crazy.
right.
Yeah, I don't really
And it's in
understand.
the eyes too.
Yeah,
you can
see
see-
a picture
She's
of her.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can always tell by the eyes. It just reminds me of Gone Girl. That movie scared the hell out of me. Have you guys seen
Yeah.
Gone Girl? Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Crazy movie.
That's the
Insane.
eyes tell a lot about someone.
Yeah, my buddy's girlfriend has crazy eyes. I
You
won't say
tell
who
her
it
that?
is, but I tell him that. I said, dude, she's got the eyes. You don't believe me.
Dude,
he doesn't believe.
But when he gets his skin cut off,
Do guys have crazy eyes? Because we always talk about girls having crazy eyes. Like, can you see that in guys?
No.
No.
I don't feel like guys have crazy eyes unless they're like serial killers.
I feel
Like
like
Jeffrey Dahmer.
you watch
crazy
like
eyes.
a Dahmer,
Yeah.
like
Which
Documentary
What's his
is
face?
kinda weird.
Isn't what's his face playing Dahmer?
One of the Disney kids.
Oh yeah. What
Yeah,
the
Zac
heck?
Efron.
It's called My
Zac
Friend-
Efron. He.
is he playing? Oh.
No, it wasn't
No.
Zac Efron. It's there's a movie out called My Friend Dahmer. I watched
No,
it.
no. That's not what I'm thinking of.
Oh.
I did see the previews for that movie when he's younger, and it looks freaky as.
Yeah.
I think Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Is who Zac
that's
Efron is playing.
Yeah.
And
Why are
he-
we trying to humanize serial
he
killers?
Looks legit crazy. People were saying he was really spooky on set
Yeah.
too because his mannerisms and he looks so much like him.
Mm.
Ted Bundy was the one that was supposed to like be very handsome
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's what they all
persuading and lure the ladies in.
Yeah.
The My Friend Dahmer looked like a good movie, but I
It
didn't end up
honestly, I watched it and I would not recommend it.
Not good.
Why?
Number one, it was almost too. The characters were too over the top. It felt
Oh.
like they're like you're doing crazy and
Who's
you're
the
trying to
kid
do a
that-
little bit.
Who's the kid that played? There's somebody. in
Yeah,
that movie
he was
that
he was a Disney kid, and it's like him trying to break out of his Disney
Ugh.
Disney
Ugh.
role. Ross Lynch
Mm.
played Jeffrey
ring a bell.
Dahmer. It also has Anne Heche in
Ew.
it.
Shay.
Ish.
And I felt like she was playing Allison Janney's character from I, Tonya.
Oh God.
Like I felt like that, like she was
Allison
doing
won for
it.
that though.
Yeah, but like it was a character of a character is what
Yeah.
it felt like
That was a
with
good
my
movie.
birds on my shoulder.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
That was really good. I bet you didn't see it. Margot Robbie?
Oh, is that the
Robbie.
one where she's like the skater?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Tanya
missed
Harding,
That one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nancy Kerrigan. Why?
It was so good.
Oh, I missed that. Okay. I need to maybe see it.
Yeah, that was probably before you were born.
Yeah, I don't know.
What year were you born? in?
No, that
93.
was.
It was 94ish. So
yeah,
you.
it was like.
Yeah,
very-
I remember that. Then.
Yeah, you were a very
Yeah.
young
Little
lad.
wee one.
I was just.
But the movie was so well done.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah,
It was good.
Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool. And then this, it
Lost.
felt like they were trying to do something in that vein.
The crazy
It's just
part
weird.
was, and this came out a while ago. I don't know how we got on it. It's fine, but the
Fine.
the guy, the hitman that actually hit her,
Mhm.
when he did his like current affairs interview, I forgot how ridiculous.
Then he was
His
saying that
interview was.
he had done a lot of overseas espionage
It
work,
was so
and like
funny.
it sounds so far fetched.
Yeah.
You're like, this can't have really happened, and then you go back and you see the real interviews, and you're like,
It really did.
what?
And he like lived in his parents' house, but like claimed to be a CIA operative.
Our producer had texted me to say that you should use the quotes from the crazy lady as lyrics for your songs for Dog Ear.
Oh,
There you go.
I was actually writing some new stuff last night.
You should.
Yeah, I got in a writing bender at the
Oh.
brewery.
Just.
No, I went to the brewery and I was just like writing, like I was doing scripts, like I wrote
Oh,
Rear
okay.
View,
Yeah.
and then I was working on some other stuff, and then I was
What
sitting there,
brewery?
Legion,
Hmm.
and then I went to the Pizza Peel and sat at the bar and ate some
Yeah.
pizza. Which,
This feels good.
if you're sitting at a bar by yourself, right?
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it.
Not at all.
But when people come and sit like right next to you and have really loud conversation about like sugar skulls, like Day of the Dead skulls,
What?
and like going into business where they want to sell these, how does that make you feel?
Well, my first question is, how many other open seats? Were there a bunch of open seats
There were
around you?
4 all the way to the end of the bar.
I would
But
have
they
started.
sat right
They
next to you.
sat and
I would have
like there were.
started like coughing or picking your nose or something to get them to move down.
It's like when I got there, there were limited seats, and like I was sitting here, there was a guy here, guy here. They left, and then there were like 2 people down here, and they squeezed right in between
Hmm.
the 2. So there were like 2 seats, me, and then 2 other people, and they went right in there.
It's bad etiquette.
Yeah, and then just loud on their phones the whole time,
You
I don't
do
like
fun
loud
things.
people out at restaurants.
No, I don't either.
and they were Android users.
Oh, well, then
Oh,
they're just terrible.
terrible.
Yeah. Which why is that? Why are they so terrible?
I don't know. I don't
But
know
they
how
are.
that's got like the persona
Yeah.
of being
Awful. Who uses Android?
just a terrible person. Like,
And I realize the irony is we're saying that with our iPhones on the, the
Yeah.
table. Yeah, but still,
Yeah, none of us are terrible people.
No.
no, we're great.
Yeah, we don't knock down bird habitats.
Oh, you did something fun yesterday too. You went to a concert, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You're like,
You did something fun.
Well, I thought we were talking about phones, and it was just like a
Oh.
quick,
Yeah.
like,
well, I was
Like
thinking,
we were going
well,
to
he
talk
was
about
talking
how horrible
Brewer.
Android people
yeah,
are.
we
but
did.
you know, whatever.
We don't want to dwell on it.
No, yeah,
I don't
we're
want
not
all of the
bad people.
Android people to come after us.
Yeah,
I was
They
gonna
could be
make. I
crazy.
was gonna be like, they could be this. I bet this girl. Used
I bet
an
this
Yeah.
girl.
she was.
I bet
texting from an
65,000 texts she uses an Android.
BlackBerry.
She's got the keyboard.
I still
She
have
needs the
I
BlackBerry.
still have a little soft spot in my heart for Blackberries.
Oh yeah,
I mean, they're good.
I don't
phones.
really
had
put
one
them
for a
in.
little
I
bit.
don't really put them in the category of Android.
no, just because
They're like their own
My parents
subset.
both have.
Android.
I don't know if they have
Razors.
Androids, but they don't have. They have like Galaxies.
Those an Android
Yeah, anything other than an iPhone is an Android, right? Pretty much,
except for a
Pretty much.
BlackBerry.
except for a
because
BlackBerry.
it's in its own subset.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, all my parents have Androids in there.
Your parents are crazy.
Yeah.
now I'm
Can't
nostalgic for
FaceTime.
BlackBerry.
Oh man,
No,
Oh.
can't do
why would
nothing.
you ever want? Because they don't want to talk to you.
Exactly.
They don't want to see your face.
Exactly.
Well, then you get the green text from them.
Yeah, the
Ugh.
green text.
The worst
It's
is
like,
when
come on, dude.
somebody sends you a first text.
Mhm.
They give you exchange a phone number and the first text, and it shows up green, and you're like, oh, man.
But then sometimes it shows up green, but then like the second message
Oh,
will be blue.
well,
you ever had
yeah.
that happen? And I'm like,
Because
oh,
a lot
okay,
if you're
fine.
in bad service area or something.
Yeah.
and
It's
just
the worst if you're in like a group thread, with
Oh, it
iMessage
messes up
thread,
the
and
entire-
somebody like
Oh yeah.
because you put
Messes
it
up
on
the
ignore, and then
entire
somebody
group
goes
thread.
out of service range, and like you get the green one, and it like creates a new like
it gives it a separate.
Yep.
It's all.
terrible.
bunch of assholes.
I wonder if
Awful
Androids
people.
will ever phase out.
No,
You don't
because
think
you
so?
need competition. And
Yeah.
honestly, like they do some
They
cool
do
things.
take good pictures.
Yeah.
They used to take better pictures, I thought, than the iPhone until the iPhone 8 Plus or whatever came out, and it was like portrait mode.
I just wish that, the cell carriers and like those people, it's all the same stuff. Like this is just an operating device. Why can't we come up with texting? Like if you're on the same service, it'll show up as an iMessage or in its own category where you can do all of the things that you do in those message groups. Like Android users have their own things they can do in their message group.
Mm-hmm.
iPhone users can do their own things over here.
That's
Why
why you
can't
get like
there
a
be
message app.
Yeah, like a
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
But I don't want to have to download something new
Yeah.
and not know if you have that or you have
Yeah.
it should just happen. I want it to happen automatically. I want it and I want it now. I'm a millennial.
Communist.
So everyone is
Oh,
now.
you're a
Yeah.
communist.
Why don't we have it now?
Why hasn't
Like,
someone done this?
It's 2018.
Boy.
We have cars in space. I want my text to be blue.
Speaking
Like
of,
the stars in
speaking of
space.
space.
Oh, look at that. Kim killing it with the transitions.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Men in
Except for that
fake
one.
Men in fake
Yeah.
spacesuits arrested over promising to harness energy from lightning bolts.
Yeah. They
This is my favorite.
the picture is them in basically
I bet you
hazmat
didn't see the
suits
article
posing
to see the
with a
space,
bunch of
their
heroes.
spacesuits.
These are their space
Their
suits.
spacesuits.
It looked like a space movie out of 1960.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The fact that they duped somebody in those spacesuits just makes me think how stupid people are.
Yeah.
They allegedly duped people out of 156,000 pounds.
Okay.
That's a lot. So that's like almost 200,000
Yeah.
US dollars.
Indian police tweeted a picture of this. Let's see, floppy topped helmets. What was it that they? Oh, it was a rice puller. They were selling this rice puller that was like copper that had basically been struck by lightning and had anti-radiation suits and anti-radiation chemicals, and they had fake like ID badges and had this whole thing that they had to deal with NASA. They were waiting for it to come through. Con artists, man,
I just don't
I-
understand the people who
All
buy
for
that
get
it.
taken
stuff.
in by
It's
that.
like, why would someone from NASA come to your door and be like, "Hey, I have this"? Like,
Like
Yeah.
the
it's
emails
not
you
been
get
on the
the
news.
emails you get from like the prince of some county in Africa that needs your social security number to make sure.
I am the heir to the
Yeah.
Walmart family fortune. I would like you to take my inheritance. It's not how that works.
Never going to work.
No.
No. But they said they've been previously arrested for selling rare snakes that had medicinal
Yeah.
properties.
Yeah, it's like, here, buy these snakes. They'll cure you.
Snakes are the worst.
That's a copperhead.
Yeah.
No, it's a special copperhead.
That is a piece of rope painted. So that is not actually a snake, sir.
Sir, that is just a garden hose.
Snakes are the worst.
That is an earthworm.
It transforms.
It grows when you put water on
Why
it.
does your snake have legs?
Because it's a
100
dog.
legs. Because it's a dog.
Dogs have medicinal purposes. They're cuddly.
There's a new type of snake.
Have you ever been taken in by a con artist?
Blech. Why would you
Uh,
ever want a snake?
I don't know, man. Like con artists.
I know people that have snakes as pets.
I don't get it.
I had,
Why?
a,
You can't play with it.
I had a friend growing up that had a boa constrictor. And like this is like in like elementary and like preschool. And apparently the kid would like go everywhere with the boa constrictor. He'd take like baths with the boa constrictor.
Stop.
I kid you
That's
not.
weird.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a Shel Silverstein poem.
I'm being swallowed by a boa constrictor.
The name wouldn't want to make me buy a boa constrictor. It
I think
constricts things.
they're harmless though in terms of they're not poisonous or anything.
No, but they can just
Can
like
still choke your
unhinge
ass
their
out.
jaw and like
Eat you whole.
yeah.
Have you not seen Anaconda?
It's not a boa constrictor, but it is
Same family. A
snake.
snake.
It's a giant ass snake. How did these motherfucking snakes get on this motherfucking plane?
Oh, Sam
Oh.
Jackson. You love Samuel. I like at the end. Have you guys both seen Avengers yet?
Yes. Infinity War?
Okay. let's make it- But at the end, we talked about it last week when
Yeah.
he said mother.
Like there's a
And then
Kansas
cut to
song
black.
about that at the end of that movie.
Wait, what are you referring
At the
to?
post-credit scene at the end of Infinity War. Did you stay? You didn't stay!
Stay!
Oh my god.
You went to a damn Avenger Marvel movie and didn't stay for the post-credits?
That is like the number one thing
I was with
you
Joey.
Wow.
There was no
That's
way. it was
no
gonna
excuse
sit-
at
Yeah.
all.
He loses his man card. You should
Wow.
know that as a man.
Ah! Now I,
should,
gotta go
should
back.
spoil it for you just to,
Spoil it.
just to do it.
Spoil it.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Because then
Now
the
you gotta go
fans
Dang it.
will be
It's been, what was our rule? How long?
I thought,
a
were we in
month?
months? Months?
I think it's months.
It hasn't been
Was
a
it
month.
1 month?
It's not been a month. It's
next.
the
next
14th.
week.
Next show.
Next week
Yeah.
we'll talk about it.
Because
Yes, I see it.
what we can talk about this week is, have you know the old NASCAR cafe?
In the airport?
No.
There's one in
There's
Orlando.
well, there was one in
Rainforest Cafe?
They should do a
Cheesecake
hybrid
Factory.
like rainforest / NASCAR.
Cheesecake Factory.
Actually, they should do like a Jurassic Park / NASCAR.
Golden
That way, so you
Corral.
could have cars fast enough to get away from the dinosaurs.
T-Rex.
Anyway, the NASCAR Cafe.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's out there in Sevierville, Tennessee,
Where is that?
Gatlinburg,
Oh,
Dollywood.
Go up with your
I've
uncle,
never
uncle
been.
in
Kim.
Gatlinburg.
Kim.
A lot.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You've got a hair on your lip.
There it is.
There you go. It was
Thank
just
you.
kind of sitting there. It was curling up. It kind of, that might have been what was floating earlier that I had to catch. Anyway, it is an absolute equipment sale auction. So
Oh.
Getting rid of everything? What is
they're
that?
that is a
picture of?
simulator. There's a picture of a
What?
You
simulator.
can buy the simulator?
Yes.
There are some really cool NASCAR games, like arcade games, that I want to get like a few of.
Some of the highlights, you've got some fire suits, an Alan Kulwicki fire suit, a Darrell Waltrip
Ooh.
fire suit, Bobby Labonte, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Coca-Cola fire suits. So this is like, I think, the Japan fire
Ah.
suits.
Hmm.
You've got some signage. There's some cup trophies. I know they have Darrell Waltrip's 84 Bristol win trophy
Hmm.
that they had in the cafe. That's
So they're
for
just
sale.
like, here you go.
Well, they're auctioning it off. The
Why
store,
wouldn't they
it
give
closed.
it back to like NASCAR?
Why wouldn't they give it back to
Like, or
DW?
Daryl, yeah. Weird.
It's a weird thing, but
I've always
What are
Question the
have you bid on
authenticity of that
anything?
stuff.
Oh my gosh! What?
we'll get to that in just a second. We just got a text. But there's an online bid, and it ends. We're doing this on Monday. It ends in 1 day and 23 hours. The auction.
Oh, that's
wow.
soon.
Yeah,
So
Does
we better
everything have a
get your
bid
credit
on
card
it?
out. Burroughs, get the NASCAR card.
because
we
we could
need more stuff for our set.
we could go full on John Oliver and like get some stuff, put it in here. Like we could get the simulator, put it in right in front of us. I'm trying to pull up the list, but yeah, the prices were still pretty cheap. I
Yeah.
want to say the trophy was maybe at like $50 or $100.
That's ridiculous.
The
Jesus.
simulator might have been 1,000.
What kind of simulator, though? This
That's
is
what I'm
very important.
trying to pull.
I
up.
think that you could buy this and then actually resell it like
Yeah.
on eBay
Yeah.
for more.
Yeah, for sure.
You could also buy a Cleveland steamer.
Oh,
No, an actual like industrial steamer that
Yeah.
is made by the Cleveland Company.
What?
wow.
Yeah, that is a thing.
That's amazing.
That is a real thing.
Speaking of Cleveland Steamers.
Yes.
Cleveland Cavaliers
Did you watch the game?
got a big steamer laid on
Yeah.
their chest
Ooh.
last night by the Boston Celtics.
LeBron
It
had
was-
what,
Do you
15
think
points,
this-
7
do
turnovers.
Do you think the
Something like
Celtics are
that.
going to win the series?
No, what's
I don't know. I watched 3
You don't
quarters
think
of that
so?
game, and it was they were a
They're
good
having
team, a super good team without their 2 best players. Like,
They're going to make it a little harder than the
but
Raptors did.
I'm excited for the Golden State and Rockets.
LeBron
series.
James.
The
Yeah, I
Rockets
mean,
are pretty
LeBron's
good.
a good player, but
He's going to
Yes.
come in with a haymaker on Tuesday.
you think so?
Yeah,
I
but
think
he
so.
can't
Want
win
to put
the
money on it?
game
Really?
for the whole team. I
Really?
could, actually.
You know
He's
who
the
you're
GOAT.
talking about.
He
You're
is the
talking
GOAT.
about LeBron James. He's the Michael Jordan of basketball.
Are you?
See what I did there?
That was good.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
You're funny.
I don't know.
You know what?
You're funny.
Speaking of funny, I think it's time for us to take a little break and
okay.
get a quick
Regroup.
word from one of our sponsors.
Are you the world's greatest NASCAR fan? Here's your chance to prove it. Go to NASCAR.com/Ford and tell us why you should be inducted into the Ford Hall of Fans. You could win a new Ford vehicle plus a VIP experience at the 2018 Ford Championship Weekend. And we're back.
Yeah.
Good read.
Guess
Yeah,
who's
good job.
back?
Blaney's
who's
back.
Who's back again?
Blaney? Is he
We're all
red
back.
again?
JD.
JD?
Where's Eminem? Going to be on the show next week.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
excited about that.
New Marshall Mathers.
Can we just
LP.
start saying all these random people are going to be on the show?
Wait, I have a quick question. Who picks the Ford Hall of Fans fan of the week?
Whoever the NASCAR.com producer is at track.
Oh, because if it was like a third-party committee or something,
Mm-hmm.
how funny would it be if like Ryan made a submission
If I won.
that he was like the fan, a huge fan.
We should get a fan. Like, I mean, I guess they got to go. They got to log on to that website, NASCAR.com / what was it? Fans?
Yes.
Yeah.
/ not backward slash.
Forward. Go forward.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yeah.
Backward slash will send you to a whole different realm.
Oh, the dark web.
I got a listing on the dark web. I'm looking at getting into some.
How do you get to the dark web?
What is the
like
dark
the
web?
dark web, it's like where people buy drugs and there's like sex trafficking and just like a lot of illegal things.
Craigslist, I guess, is what.
Can't do that anymore.
But when they talk about the dark
government
web, how do you
shut that one down.
actually?
Oh, really? No more Craigslist?
Well, I mean, Craigslist is a thing, but there are
people-
no. You can no
personal
longer.
services.
Oh, like
Traffic
masseuses and
humans.
stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
No, like
Right.
like single white female.
Yeah.
None of that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How do you get
that
to
was
the
illegal.
dark web though?
You got, instead of www, it's
MMM.
MMM.
I understand.
It's the upside down.
Yeah.
The dark web is
Yeah,
the upside down
down.
of the internet.
Yeah.
This is a real question I have
It's
though.
like the same thing, but different.
Maybe the fans will tweet us.
I think it
Is there,
involves
like-
some hacking and maybe a program
Yeah.
and some code.
But is it specific web addresses that are part of the dark web?
Why don't you give it a Google check?
I'm Googling. Not
Because
GoDaddy.com.
people talk about the dark web all the time. That's like cryptocurrency. That people don't want to invest in it because it does fund some dark web activity. But how do you get?
When
Look,
you
it's the
type in
first
Google, it's
thing
the first thing that
comes
pops up. You have, how do you get to the dark web? How do you get to the Academy and Prodigy? How do you get to the Maldives? How do you
I think
get
the
to
deep web is the dark web.
Ooh, the Maldives.
Snapchat?
How do you get to the
Hang on,
Olympics?
hang I'm going to use my Apple
Ask
phone
Siri.
Oh,
to ask. Siri, how do I get to the dark web? She didn't say anything.
she
She
does
did not.
partake in.
How do I get to the dark web?
Why is she British?
Because I like British. I'm an Anglophile. Shut up.
Are you totally scoping out the royal wedding?
No. I just like the sound of British accents, okay?
So if you've got
When
too
you're in
much
these civil
accent,
wars, whether you're in these battles, you're fighting redcoats, you like the enemy.
you're a traitor.
Right, yeah.
Traitor.
A bit of a traitor. I do a bit of it. I do a bit of dabbing in each one, I do British in World War II, yeah.
That's like a cock.
It is Cockney, yeah.
Yeah.
It is Cockney.
You
Yeah.
sound
Not
like
like the
Tom
proper-
Hardy's character in
Yes,
where it's like
I know what
two
you're
twin
talking about.
brothers.
Yeah, it's Peaky
Sound
Blinders,
just like
mate.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dealing with the Peaky Blinders.
Can you click on the how to get to the
Oh, yeah.
dark web?
Sorry, we went down the Peaky Blinders rabbit hole. It's a great show.
Oh, how to access the
It's a
notorious
10-step guide. Okay.
anonymously, by the way.
You know what? I'm going to go to the CNBC link as opposed to the darkwebnews.com.
I would go to darkwebnews.com.
I would too.
I wonder if I click on that,
It's a 10
how,
step-
And
how
if
long
it-
does it take?
It's a 10-step guide.
If it asks you your social security number, give it.
I
And
don't-
then your credit card information.
I don't know.
Ah!
Kim's back.
I caught it though.
That is the first thing that pops up with Siri, though, is the 10-step guide. I just don't know what my firewall would like about
Well,
that.
what about the like the
CNBC.
more
I'm going to go
reputable?
to, yeah.
Your Mac has an incredible firewall built in already.
Yeah. It's a website called Silk Road. Has been sentenced to life in prison in 2015, the founder of that. It's a black market website. So it is...
So it's like a web address.
Yeah, so basically, if you think of the web like an iceberg, you have on the surface the web, like our surface web on top, and the internet you see every day consists of all that stuff. And then there's the deep web, which is the anonymous online space
That's what I'm saying. Are
with
they
specific it's specific software.
Oh,
that
you have to buy
use.
dark
Yeah.
web software.
Relatively easy to use if you have an encrypted network. But basically, just know you're going to need that encrypted network because the
They'd
government
track
is
you.
going to come for you if
Come
you
find
go
you.
on the dark web, which they're probably
They're gonna flag this.
they're
podcast.
flagging us now. We are
So you need like special software. So
Yeah.
you just go into Best Buy like, hey man,
you
you
got
going to
the,
dabble in some deep web stuff.
Yeah, do you
And,
just go
do
to
you
like
think
a
the
back
Geek
alley?
Squad will help you out, or like
Back alley. Do you just go to like a back alley and you're like, hey.
you go to the back alley of Best Buy. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, Geek
like-
Squad.
it's like
meet
the
me out here.
Narnia.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any like dumb criminals that walk into Best Buy to like the Geek Squad and say, "I'm trying to access the dark web and need some."
I need these processes.
Yeah.
Encryption software.
And then the
Yeah.
Geek Squad's like texting the FBI. We have.
They have a deal with them.
That's what's going to suck, though, is now that we've talked about this, and next time you fly commercial,
You're
Like,
gonna
Ugh.
sir, can you
I don't
step
want
over
any
here?
part of the dark web. That's scary to me.
Sir-
It reminds me of the
So I need
upside
you to
down.
step in this room, pull your pants down, and I'll be right back.
You are the random.
Let me get my glove.
Yeah.
Need to check for encrypted software in your butt.
Are you keystring software?
Ooh.
Floppy disks? Do you have floppy disks up there? Huh?
Not even sure how you got that up there, sir.
Sir, but that's impressive.
I don't want any part of that. I always read those stories of people that have like hijacked drugs or like they've
Hijacked
brought it-
drugs
not
or, like,
hijacked,
smuggling?
smuggled, hijacked, smuggled drugs like up their butt. What?
Well, I think like back in the day before the X-ray machine, like we have to go through that. You have to stand there, put your feet on the thing, put your hands out for 3 seconds.
There is no amount of money that's like, yes, I'm gonna stick this satchel of coke up my butt.
How desperate are you?
Not that desperate.
A satchel seems very large.
Some of the
they're like-
stuff
they'd
they
be like little
stick up there
pods.
is relatively
know.
large.
You hear some of the like the stories of like how they used to do it,
Yeah.
Oh.
like smuggle like cocaine from like
In a balloon,
Colombia
yeah.
or to
Burroughs said
like if you
some-
watch Blow.
Mm-hmm.
Our
Johnny
producer
Depp?
said some
Yeah.
guy was using puppies. Just, I guess smuggle drugs. That's
I
terrible.
heard a guy and a girl smuggled it in a fake baby.
Oh, that's kind of funny, actually.
Did you ever see?
It wasn't like a fake baby though. It was like a
like a doll?
like
No, it was like a real baby.
like a baby.
What?
Did you ever
That's
see?
what I read.
Did you ever see
Yeah.
American Gangster?
Yes.
They were using coffins coming back from Vietnam
Yeah.
to smuggle in heroin.
Yeah.
And true story.
Bad Boys too.
It was in
God, oh, I
happened
can't
in
sing.
Goldsboro. It was coming into Seymour Johnson Air Force Base.
Goldsboro
Wow.
is
Yeah.
a hotbed for criminal activity.
Don't you besmirch Goldsboro, North Carolina?
Alex Hayden
I got kin
lives in
from
Goldsboro,
Goldsboro.
and he said it is a hotbed for criminal activity. They got
Oh.
nothing to do over there.
They got
My
gold.
family's from Goldsboro.
Crimes. You're a part of a criminal family.
No, my grandfather was a plumber.
Oh.
He was not a hardened criminal. He just used the
He was
plumber's
a
friend to
plumber?
help
Was this on the
unclog
bu- was
toilets
this on the
across
Bush-
eastern North
was this on
Carolina.
the Bush side?
No, it was the coward side. Yeah, the other side of my family were a bunch of cowards.
Oh, his name's
Yeah,
Coward?
His name was Coward.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
A unique name.
Had a ancestor that fought in the Civil War whose name was Asbury Coward. Colonel A. Coward leads regiment in the wilderness.
Oh jeez.
I wish I knew more of my family history.
I've always
I
wanted to do
find
that.
it
Like
really intriguing that people are like, yes, my great, 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 whatever came over on the Mayflower.
I don't
I want to
understand
know
how
those
that
things.
works though.
Mayflower material.
Like how like the 23andMe or like Ancestry.com. Like how do they
How do you spit in a
Figure
jar
that
and
out.
then they tell you, oh,
Like
here's your
investigative
science.
journalism, science.
I don't know. This ain't CSI. I mean
I would
this
like
stuff
to
don't
get
work.
the genetic test where you give them like samples and they tell you specifically the breakdown of your
Which is like that
nationality, which is like
23andMe.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
23andMe, Ancestry.com. I dabbled in the Ancestry.com a little bit, up to where you had to
Didn't
pay
have to
for
pay.
it.
Yeah, I've done that.
And I found like my father's mother and father's my grandparents like wedding
Mhm.
or like marriage certificate or
That's pretty
document or
cool.
whatever. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I've been able to find some stuff, but
That's as
not
far
like
as I was able to.
I paid for it.
specific.
Did you?
Yeah, because you also
said-
get
How
this.
much did it
there's this one
cost?
called Fold 3. It's like $20 or something like
What?
that.
That's
I don't
it?
know.
I don't know
A
if I
month.
trusted 20 a month.
Yeah.
What?
There-
so
or
they
there's-
just keep
there's, like-
finding things?
Well, so with
Why is
with
it like
Ancestry,
a
there's
service?
this one thing called Fold 3, which is all like military service records and like all these things. And I've gone in there to do research on specific units during the Civil War,
to
World
help
War
with
II.
your
Yes, yeah. Like they've got like
Reenactments.
handwritten notes and forms and all this stuff because armies move on paperwork, so it's all stored in the Library of
look at
Congress,
you.
and you can access it.
I didn't know there was. I knew you sewed your own costumes,
Oh,
but I
we
didn't
were-
know you did some deep dive research.
We were throwing a tent this weekend.
A
Oh,
tent
Pitching a tent?
out of what?
We're
Canvas?
pitching it, just sewing it.
Would you make burlap
No, it's canvas.
canvas?
You know what would be really cool though? Like
Do you like
at the
sit around
All-Star
in a
race,
sewing circle?
We did.
Do you send like blood into this Ancestry.com?
No, I didn't do the blood. I just do the research.
Oh,
I don't care about.
Oh, but you have
blood.
to pay for the.
Yeah, you got to pay for that. I don't know how much that is, but like the research, I can go back and I know names, so I can go off of that and get paperwork and be like, this person was here and they
Uh-huh.
came over here. Like, I can track it back to England.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, what English?
Yeah, we're a bit English. Got a land grant from the king down in Coward, South Carolina. Yeah, then they moved up the thing. But you know what's more important this weekend? we got going on over at Charlotte Motor Speedway, right? Yeah.
Right, over
All-Star
there.
race.
Got a bit of an all-star race, yeah.
Right,
Best
right.
drivers in NASCAR going to be driving around in circles. Yeah.
I think they go for $1 million, yeah?
Do they, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
£1 million, yeah?
£1 million.
They're freaking sharks.
Freaking lasers on their head.
Lasers.
I heard
You have sea bass. Will there be sea bass at the all-star race?
like the fish.
Yeah.
They are genetically altered.
You have to race the fish.
I heard Mike Myers wants to do another Austin Powers movie, but from the viewpoint of Dr. Evil.
Oh.
That'd be badass. That'd be
That would
really,
be
really
good.
funny.
I'd go in for that.
Mm-hmm.
He's an all-star because, in Shrek, they sang that
Yeah,
song.
hey now.
Oh my God.
You're an all-star.
If I have to hear that song once this week,
Get your game on.
just
All right,
once.
Kim. Just once. You're going to hear it at least
It's
5
just-
times.
I hate that song first of all.
Yeah.
Go play.
Well, if you were in charge of the all-star race,
Mm-hmm.
what would you do, A, to eliminate that song from being used, and B, what would be your ideal all-star race?
I would fine anybody who played that race $1,000, and that money goes straight to me.
Not the kids?
Not the kids.
Doesn't go, it's not for the kids?
Straight to me.
Way to go, Kim.
For your charity? Yeah.
To fund the dark web things. No. My perfect all-star race would never happen because there's manufacturer ties. But in a perfect world, I would like every team to bring a car to all-star. But if they're all painted like black, maybe they have the all-star logo on it. And then the crew chief driver pairings each pick a number associated with one of the cars, and then you are in that car that you maybe brought. I mean, there's a chance that you are racing the car you brought.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody brings, and you don't want to forfeit a good finish by bringing a shitty car in the chance that you could actually draw your car.
Yeah.
And we do it at a short track, not at Charlotte. No offense. And laps. I think the laps just above the number of the fuel window for that
Okay.
track. So like a Bristol or Martinsville.
fuel mileage.
But yeah, so everybody prepares a car. It's a blank car, like no sponsors on it. Maybe just has All-Star logo, and then you and Jeremy would have to draw a number associated with the car, and then you just have to race that car.
It'd be pretty much like an IROC race.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool. Just make it unbranded.
Yeah, unbranded. But again, there's manufacturer ties, so
Yeah, well, just
you just
do it like
you
a
strict them. Yeah.
Fichette Toyota.
Maybe all 3 OEMs
Yeah.
logos are on the cars, just knowing that.
There's pieces of each engine.
Just
Yeah.
don't put anything.
Yeah.
Just put like a
Yeah,
NASCAR.
but nothing.
random
bar mark.
spec.
But I think that would be cool, and then at the end you find out whose car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like who brought that car. So like
Yeah.
let's say you drew like Kyle Larson's car. At the end you would find out that Chad and Kyle
Yeah.
had prepared that car.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I think
God,
that's a good idea. I think just doing an IROC stuff. The IROC stuff, the officials used to prepare all the race cars the same.
Yeah.
That's
Or
it, and
that.
then all their
something
cars
like
were
that.
the exact same. And then they just throw everybody in those cars. I thought that was a pretty cool thing. That or just make it open. You can run whatever you want. Like, okay, you have to have your cup motor,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But you can run,
Like a Bronco.
yeah, whatever you want to run.
Yeah.
Bring it.
That's actually
It'd be badass. You'd have some crazy, innovative stuff.
Where would you do it?
I don't know. North Wilkesboro.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, go somewhere random.
See, I always thought that it would be cool to rotate around the tracks in the area around Charlotte because
Yeah.
that way the teams can still be based. You're still based
Yeah.
here.
So like Bristol, Darlington.
But even if you went like Hickory,
Like,
North
Yeah.
Wilkesboro,
Oh, I didn't know we were counting
Bowman
those. Yeah,
Gray.
any of those.
Bowman Gray would
yeah,
be
do it.
any
Track.
show.
yeah, it would, but it'd be cool. The other one that I thought would be cool is if you keep it here at Charlotte instead of just, and I've said this before, I think on here, you've got a race.
Yeah, I
that's,
think we talked about this.
you've got a 3-race show. You run over at the dirt track,
Oh.
then you run the Roval, and then you take the finishes of that.
Then
and
you go to the
set your
drag
field.
strip.
You could go to the drag strip, but then you take the finishes for that and you set up the field for the final big race.
No, I
on
would
the
do
oval.
it. Whatever you start at, you start with all 40 cars. And then you have to be the top 30 to get to the next race. And then
Yeah.
you have to be the top 20, however.
But I think doing it across the disciplines, like having dirt, having a road, and having an
Pretty
oval,
cool.
like that, you're showcasing the driving skill,
Mm-hmm.
not so much, oh, we're good at this one type of track.
The bad
It's not
thing is
really-
that's 3 different types of cars.
I know.
So teams have to prepare 3 different cars.
Or you prepare one.
And you have to race
And
the
you have to
same
race
car
the
at
same
all.
car.
I would also
That would
like
be
to see
Because that's
Like-
what they used to do back in the
have to be dirt blast.
like a
like think about
like a-
back in the day when they were running, like you'd get a Chevy off the lot or a Ford off the lot.
Yeah.
And you just slap a roll cage in there and go.
what else would be fun
true.
is if you did like teams.
Mhm.
So you'd have a field of 20 cars, but drivers would pair up. So you would draw a pairing. So like you could be paired with, I don't know, Kyle Busch
Yeah.
or Matt DiBenedetto.
Yeah.
And you have to choose who runs first. Like you have to split the race and do like a change out.
Getting into sports car racing.
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
I
Me and
think
the
that'd be fun.
Benedetto wouldn't fit well in the same seat.
Well,
That's-
that's what you got to figure out.
You got to get some.
I'm gonna have to have a lot of padding because there's no
Wear a-
way
wear a
swearing into
bodysuit.
mine. Yeah. But the All-Star race is gonna be crazy. The new package is
Yeah.
crazy, and we're out. Okay.
Well, no,
fine,
I mean,
fine. We didn't want to
that's
talk
the-
anymore
no,
anyway.
See you guys.
That's the thing. With this song, the beauty of this song is you still have 1 minute and 38 seconds
Right.
to talk.
Right.
You don't have to just stop right when the song comes on.
I feel like
Mm.
stopping though.
You do?
I'm out of stuff to talk about.
I'm out of stuff to talk about. You're just going to stop?
Oh, the NASCAR Next Clowns will be announced this week.
Yeah. You
You
got
were
to.
a Next alumni.
Yeah.
I was in 2000 for 2 years.
Weren't you
so-
like the NASCAR 9 though when they call it like the,
The
next
next nine. Yeah.
The next 9.
Now there's too many.
Yeah, I'm helping announce it.
I've seen the list. We did a production day.
How
a
many
couple
are
weeks
there?
ago. I don't know.
No, there's 9 I think this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. I was
Oh,
just,
well.
I was
On
just
the
trying to be
next
coy.
9.
I was trying to be coy and not
You
give
were
anything
trying to be
away.
coy, and it's
But
not
by the
gonna
time
work.
we release this podcast, they will already have been
Cole,
announced.
isn't Cole performing this weekend?
Cole Swindell, yeah, he's performing the All-Star
Are you
race.
guys hanging out this week?
He is. He's performing Saturday before the race, and then he's going to stay. We're actually going to stay at the track Saturday night.
Yeah.
So excited. We're going to stay and hang out, hopefully with $1 million.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's excited to be
What are
here.
you gonna do if you win?
No, I don't know. We'll find out.
You could be $1 million richer next week.
Could be.
We'll find out next week on the Glass Case of Emotion after you tune in, subscribe,
Tune
rate and
in.
review.
Like, listen, rate,
Yeah.
review.
Right.
Like the
review.
Dragon Ball
Tweet.
Z. You ever watch Dragon Ball Z? Will Ryan win $1 million?
Find out next week.
Next week. Always leave on the cliffhanger. Okay.
Bye.